PTSD? PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. PTSD is a neurological dysfunction, so it's an emotional dysfunction in the nervous system. There's many different types of treatments and different diagnoses for PTSD. If you go to your GP or you go to a psychotherapist, they will usually describe medication or just talking through the event to get over it. Now, a lot of that doesn't work because the nervous system is complex and it's not as simple as putting a chemical into your body and treating a receptor that's damaged or treating what the brain has created. If you have a software problem in the body, which is the nervous system, you can't treat it using hardware methods. So EMDR is something that people use. There's many different types of therapies that people use to try to rewire that emotion. But the only treatment I know that works for PTSD 99% of the time is a treatment called PDTR, which stands for proprioceptive deep training reflex. And PDTR is a type of holistic neurology. It's like functional neurology. And basically, you can test for what type of emotion that's creating a problem. You can test for what's compensating. So usually in the nervous system, organs compensate for emotions. Sometimes emotions compensate for emotions, like you can create an alternative story to hide the original story. There's many different types of ways that the nervous system compensates for a traumatic event like rape, car crash, etc. PTR actually rewires the nervous system, how it interprets that information. So it can take anything from 1 session, 2 to 3 sessions to treat. That's the only known treatment that works for PTSD. And PTSD is also a label, so it's a catch-all term, and people get very confident in what they're labeled by, and it can be very dangerous. Because they go to your normal GP, they'll be diagnosed with words like mental disorder, and they'll automatically attach to that label, which can cause serious problems as the months go on and years go on in their life. So PTSD is a real neurological dysfunction, and people have different spectrums of emotional dysfunctions, and if it's usually a significant problem, people usually find out that it's called PTSD or something similar.